Hello and welcome to another video from Emer at Stampin' Colour. I wanted to show you a card today made with our fabulous new embossing paste, which you will find in the annual catalogue. I used this paste the other night at my Technique Tuesday class and we made this lovely brick wall card, and I was just showing the ladies how they could colour their paste. And in this card I've used Sahara sand to colour the embossing paste, so it's just one drop of Sahara sand re-inker into a little portion of the embossing paste. Now I live in the Cotswolds and we have a very particular colour of stone. It's yellowy, a very light yellowy brown with touches of grey, and I wanted to recreate that in my card today. So I'm going to show you, similarly to what I showed my ladies the other night, how to colour the paste. So here I have a few that I've prepared earlier. Here I've got some crushed curry, some Sahara sand and a little bit of smoky slate, and I'm just going to show you how I'm going to colour some saffron, because I think that's pretty much the main colour of our brick here in the Cotswolds stone. So I've just taken out a little bit of our embossing paste onto, this is a silicone craft sheet, and I'm just going to get the saffron re-inker, and one drop is really enough. Then I'm going to take my palette knife and I'm just going to mix that in. And really, like when you're baking, though don't get it confused with frosting and you're adding food colouring, you just keep mixing until it's all smooth and there's no white left, it's all mixed in, and I'd say that's pretty much ready. So there you go. So I have a piece of Sahara sand ready, cut at 13.8 centimetres by 9.5, and I'm going to take the brick wall stencil that comes in our stencil pack, and you could stick that down, but really I'm just going to hold it. And my main colour for the bricks is going to be the Sahara sand, so I'm literally taking up a little piece and I'm just spreading that like butter at a diagonal down the full width of the card. I want this to be a fairly rustic look, so I'm not that concerned about keeping the edges crisp and clean. I'm kind of thinking a bit of a secret garden wall or something pretty rustic anyway. So I'm just spreading that over, and I always keep a little bit of kitchen towel at the side, also some water to wipe off my knife before I go into another colour, so scrape off the excess. And what we discovered was it was very nice to blend the colours. So when I put another touch of colour over the top, it will blend with the saffron underneath. So just here and there, a little bit of touch of crushed curry. And some Sahara sand too, which is tone on tone, because the base card, or sorry, the mat that I'm using underneath is Sahara sand. And then a little touch of smoky slate. You can hear the bird song in the background. I have a couple of trees outside my craft room and it's a little noisy. So just here and there, a little bit of grey in the smoky slate. I'm going to scrape off the excess. A little bit more smoky slate here and there, maybe. Now this does dry fairly quickly, and then I'm going to take a little bit of Sahara sand and a little bit of crushed curry and mix those together to dull the colour down a little bit off the paper or the cardstock, and bring that in a couple of places too. You can come up with some beautiful combinations. Your wall does not have to be brick coloured at all. You can go berry burst and melon mambo if you like. So I'm going to show you what that looks like. It's quite delicate, and I'm popping my stencil straight into a little Tupperware full of water so that the paste doesn't dry out and make my stencil too crusty. And also putting my palette knife into. But just before I do that, I'm just going to scrape off the edges. And I'm going to leave that to dry for a little bit, and then I'm going to come back and continue with the card. So for the next part of the card, I'm going to take the wreath stamp from Hello Friend. This stamp set matches or coordinates with our embossing kit, one of our new embossing kits. So I'm going to take the wreath stamp and I'm going to stamp that in garden green onto Sahara sand, like so. And then I'm going to take the little Thinking of My Friend Today stamp from the same set, there. Then I'm going to cut those out with 2 of the circles from our layering circle die collection. So just bear with me while I get that set up and bring in the big shot. Using the little scallop, just goes round the edge of the tiny circle. That's my dog Murphy, you can hear in the background. So I'm going to take some dimensionals, and I'm going to place one just here, and then I'm going to take some copper metallic thread and just loop that a few times around the back. And sometimes I find when I do something like this, I've covered the dimensional with so much thread that it's no longer sticky enough to adhere to my project anymore. So what I do is I simply add another one. So I'm going to cut off that and just add another dimensional. What I really could do with is our brand new mini dimensionals, but I haven't actually received mine yet. There was so much on my order. It was one of those little things I forgot to add. So I'm going to put that in the center. So I'm going to take a scalloped circle from the same layering circle die set, and I'm going to adhere that with some Tombow. I'm at almost the end of my Tombow, so I find sometimes when I get to the end it can be hard to get it out of the top end, but don't forget there's always another another spreader at the bottom, which can be sometimes easier to get it out with. So to bring back, I'm going to use a garden green base, and I'm going to adhere my brick wall on top, and to add a little bit of interest I'm going to use some dimensionals. So when I'm using dimensionals on the rear of a card, I usually use 8. So I shall just put these to the side. Just felt it needed a little something else. If I just time to rescue it, I'll do that. I will cut, I can do it a little bit tighter. I think I'm more dimensional. This is probably definitely a card that you would hand deliver to avoid excess postage charges with all these dimensionals. It's almost a small parcel at this stage rather than a large letter. This is my card in homage to the Cotswold walls. Cotswold stone. I hope you like it. Again, the plainer version, but either are great because you will have so much fun with the embossing paste, and I will be back very soon to show you another little technique. But I hope you enjoyed today's card. Bye now.